Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Thought today I will talk about another LED hard wax oil that I have been using with great results. So today we have, it's called Chimiver. It is an Italian company. It is very similar to some other products that's on the market. Like some of the other products, it is cured with an LED light. Today we have the small one here that I use primarily. And then we also have this larger commercial one. So this larger light is going to be used primarily for your tabletops, large pieces of cabinetry, doors, things like that. I use this smaller one for smaller projects or large projects that have tighter areas. They do the exact same thing. This just enables you to get into smaller areas. Today I'm not going to be doing any kind of an instructional video or how-to. I just thought I would bring this product on, kind of show you the results I've been getting, show you a little bit of how I apply it, and go from there. Additionally, I am going to include in the description of the video a code that will get you 10% off of any of these Chimiver products on the Chimiver website. So after the video, click on the link, head over to the website, and they're going to provide you much more information than I'm going to be able to provide you in this video. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate how this finish is applied using this piece of cherry here. We have a couple other species as well, but we'll use this piece of cherry. So this cherry has been sanded to 120, but really anything between 100 and 150 is going to suffice. Anything lower than 100 and it's not going to be as smooth as it could. Anything higher than 150 is going to burnish the wood and it's not going to allow the finish to penetrate the wood fibers. So for something this small, I'm just going to take my stirring stick here. We're only going to do half of this piece. And I'm just going to kind of let it slowly drip onto there. It really doesn't take much. And we'll come back and take my squeegee. You really do want to apply a good bit of pressure. And this is how you're going to remove the bulk of your material. When your excess comes to the end, I typically grab a rag, wipe off the squeegee. But this is how I'm going to remove the bulk of it. All right, now after everything's squeegeed on there, I come to a white Scotch-Brite pad, like I have here, and we are going to do a buffing motion, just like you would putting wax on a car or putting on any other number of finishes. Kind of the litmus test to see whether or not you have enough of the excess off is, does your pad keep picking up the material? In my case, yes, it does. And to avoid getting any of this finish on my fingers, I can simply take the pad, hit it with the light, and it's cured just like that. Now I can use the other side without getting finish all over my fingers. So at this point, I'm going to buff it with the grain, still removing any excess that's on there. And at this point, there's very, very little material on the Scotch-Brite pad. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to come over here. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the larger of the two lights. So we'll turn the unit on at the box. You hear a fan kick on the light, and then there's a green on-off switch on the light. When we shine this light onto the material, we want to keep it about 1 inch above the workpiece. Not too fast, not too slow, just nice and steady like that. Turn the unit off. And just like that, the first coat is cured. Now that we have this first coat on, now it's time to apply what I think of as kind of a half coat. It is a second coat, but we're using much less material. In fact, we're going to be using about 1/3 of the material for the second coat as we did with the first coat. The first step is to sand by hand the finished area with 320 grit sandpaper. This isn't a sanding lesson, so this is pretty straightforward. We're really just scuffing it up more than we are sanding it. So once that's done, I'm going to reapply, again, about 1/3 of the amount of finish I used the first time. So I'm just gonna lightly drip a little bit on here, and this is way more art than science. So that goes on. I come back to my squeegee, and I'm just gonna squeegee the material the same way I did the first time. Again, for this second coat, we're using much less material. And the nice thing about this product is, unlike some 2K finishes or other catalyzed finishes, while it's in the container, it will not cure. So while I can't say it has an unlimited pot life, it is much longer than some of the other finishes on the market. So I'm just gonna take some of this material off with the squeegee. And then I'm gonna repeat the process that we did for the first coat. I'm going to use a white Scotch-Brite pad, do a little wax on, wax off motion here. I can see that there's some material on my Scotch-Brite pad, so I'm going to cure that with the light. The only reason I'm doing that is so I don't get it on my fingers. Then I'm gonna go with the grain here, just removing some more of this excess. And I can see, actually I can't see any finish on the other side of the Scotch-Brite pad. So that indicates to me that we have removed enough of the excess material and that it's sufficiently worked into the wood. So for this go round, instead of using the big light, I'm gonna use the smaller light that's a little more economical. It's the light that's a little bit better for smaller pieces of furniture and getting into smaller areas. Works exactly the same. We're gonna keep it about 1 inch off of the work surface. Nice and steady motion, probably about the same speed you would sand with. And I'll just go over this twice, just for good measure. And just like that, we have a nice, cured, smooth finish. And if this were a piece of furniture, this would be ready for delivery. It wouldn't have to sit around in my shop to dry, much less cure the same way that a lot of these other finishes would. So this piece right here, if this were a piece of furniture or a cabinet, door, or what have you, this would be ready for delivery, packaging, and installation. So other than the cure time, one of the other things that I really like about this product is that it's non-VOC. I don't need a spray booth. It actually kind of has I wouldn't say a pleasant odor, but it's not an off-putting odor for sure. It's just a much nicer product to work with in comparison to some of these other toxic and noxious chemicals in some of these other products. So some of the other products that Chimiver carries is this maintenance oil. This is an oil that can be marketed to your customers or to, if you're a hobbyist, to your own work. That can be applied to furniture, flooring, cabinets, years down the road after this finish is applied. This just helps to refresh it, keep it looking nice. If you're not ready to spend the money on the gun, which I understand, Chimiver also sells another hard wax oil that's called Oil B. This is also a natural product that is non-VOC. It is an air-dried product. The only difference between this product and the product that I just demonstrated in this video is that it isn't activated by an LED light. Application is the same, amounts are the same. We still want to use about 1/3 of the amount of the first coat in the second coat. The only difference being that this is an air dry product and not an LED cure product. So all of these products are available in the US from chimiver.us. We'll leave a link for that down in the description. And if you head over there, you're gonna find much more information than we were able to cover in this video. Also, be sure to use the code Merriman10 when you go to checkout and receive 10% off your entire order. So until next time, guys, thanks for checking out the video. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.